Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. US stocks plunged on Monday as President Donald Trump escalated his attacks on Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell, sparking concerns over the central bank's independence. The move contributed to steep losses across all major indexes, especially the tech-heavy NASDAQ. Trump's criticism of Powell on Truth Social raised alarms, with the president calling for immediate interest rate cuts. Experts warn that political interference with the Fed could harm economic stability. Meanwhile, escalating US-China trade tensions added further uncertainty, fueling worries among investors. The S&P 500, NASDAQ and Dow Jones all posted significant losses. As earnings season heats up, investors are keeping a close eye on reports from major firms including Tesla and Alphabet. The dollar languished near its lowest level in 3 years on Tuesday as President Donald Trump's unrelenting attacks on the Federal Reserve Chairman further eroded investor confidence in the U.S. economy. The U.S. currency sagged close to the decade low reached the previous day against the Swiss franc and hovered near a 3.5-year trough versus the euro. Trump ramped up his criticism of Fed Chief Jerome Powell on Monday in a Truth Social post, calling him a major loser and demanding that he lower interest rates now or risk an economic slowdown. All right, my colleague Akshay Dongre joins me to talk more on this. Akshay, Trump has amped up attacks against the Fed chair Jerome Powell lately, pushing him to lower the interest rates, but Wall Street isn't taking the bait. Tell us how impractical or practical is lowering the interest rates?
Well, it seems that the decision to lower the interest rate has become perhaps one of the most talked about economic problem tussle between the Federal Reserve and the United States President Donald Trump. It's not for the first time that he has personally attacked Jerome Powell, the chair of Federal Reserve, but it has happened in the past as well, where Jerome was asked to lower the interest rate, which he has not been doing as far as slowdown is concerned. Threats have been given by Donald Trump on multiple occasions for this particular purpose. So clearly, until and unless this problem gets solved and there is a consensus between the Federal Reserve and the President of the United States, clearly there cannot be any winners as far as the economic downturn of the U.S. is concerned. We have rightly mentioned that the dollar is plunging continuously. The U.S. markets are crashing. That's also because of the investors are losing trust in the country as a major market, along with a stable economy, with the president directly attacking the chair of the Federal Reserve. Clearly has been hinting at a chaotic time. No synchronization between the two agencies of the government, and that perhaps the reason why the investors are also right now showing lesser faith in the US dollar than bundled with the already growing turmoil that has been happening in the market. So it may not be that easy as Donald Trump expects to lower the interest rates, especially at a point in time. Lowering the interest rates might help some people, but can also it's also going to be expensive for the American government. So the Federal Reserve will be taking a decision. However, will that be at the country of the US president is the biggest question. However, the kind of language also that has been used on social media by Donald Trump has also showed the lack of not only trust but also respect among the different institutions under the Donald Trump administration. And perhaps that's the reason why we are seeing the kind of decline in the US, not only in the US markets but also in dollar too.
All right, Akshay, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for getting us the latest on this story.